Picture this. You love something so much, you'd do anything to keep it. That's how San Antonio feels about the Spurs. This isn't just a basketball team. It's a dynasty, a source of immense civic pride, a part of the city's very soul. For decades, the Spurs have brought championships and a sense of unity to the community. But what happens when that deep-seated love comes with a price tag of nearly $500 million of your tax money? What happens when the cost of keeping your beloved team feels too high for the everyday citizen? Last Thursday, the tension was palpable as residents lined up around the block outside City Hall. 109 people signed up to speak, their voices representing a city divided. Many were working families, taking precious time off jobs they simply could not afford to miss, just to make their voices heard. On one side of the chamber, you saw the polished business suits, representing powerful interests and the team's desire for a new state-of-the-art arena. On the other, the faces of working families, their concern etched clearly, pleading for fiscal responsibility. The divide was impossible to ignore, a stark visual representation of the economic chasm. Mayor Gina Ortiz Jones stood at the podium, her voice steady and clear despite the immense pressure. She wasn't asking for a no vote, but for one crucial thing: time. Time for an independent economic analysis, a thorough review of the proposed deal. Time for genuine community input, ensuring that the voices of all citizens were heard, not just the loudest or most powerful. Time to make absolutely sure this wasn't another financial disaster, another Alamodome in the making, leaving taxpayers burdened for decades. Due diligence is not anti-progress, she declared, her words cutting through the noise. It is anti-poverty. She understood that rushing such a massive financial commitment could have devastating consequences for the city's most vulnerable. But the clock was ticking, and the Spurs wanted a deal. Now, there was no room for negotiation, no patience for careful consideration. It was an ultimatum. Councilman Leo Castillo-Anguiano, looking across the chambers, articulated a truth that others seemed to miss, or perhaps chose to ignore. His observations spoke volumes about the power dynamics at play. The folks asking us to vote yes were wearing fancy business suits. The folks asking us to vote no are working-class people missing work just to be here. That speaks volumes. It was a powerful indictment of the process, highlighting who truly held the leverage. 3 times, Mayor Jones directly asked Spurs Chairman Peter Holt a simple yet profoundly important question. Would you wait for our own economic analysis? 3 times he deflected, sidestepping the inquiry with carefully worded responses that avoided a direct commitment. The message was clear, an unspoken ultimatum: take it or leave it, on their terms. When the votes were finally counted, the outcome was 7-4. $489 million committed, a staggering sum. Approved without a single direct vote from the citizens who would ultimately bear the financial burden. The Spurs got their arena, their modern facility, but what did San Antonio truly lose in the process? Was it just money, or something more fundamental, like trust in their democratic process? The mayor's final words, delivered with a mix of defiance and determination, cut through any celebratory mood. I will be seeking support to put the city's contribution on the ballot, so the public can have their say. This wasn't the end of the story. It was a battle for civic accountability, a fight for the voice of the people. Democracy delayed, perhaps, but certainly not defeated. Sometimes, even when you love something deeply, that love means asking the hard questions, pushing for transparency, and fighting for what's right, even when everyone else wants easy answers.